Hello and welcome to the old BWB Mailbag. In this video, we will be taking a look at a model kit and a piece of gear that was purchased off my Amazon wishlist. You can find a link to that wishlist in the show description below. Now, I'm going to read the note here. Here is the note. This hand of mine glows with an awesome power. I think I never watched Build Fighters. From Steven, aka Lasbrook. Lasbrook, thank you so much for your continued support. Always in chat, always with a kind word, and occasionally purchasing something off my wish list, including the Build Burning Gundam from Gundam Build Fighters Try. Now, the reference which you may have gotten from the dub, as well as the fact that it is called the Burning Gundam, and it is a fist forward weapon or fist forward model kit. You may be thinking to yourself, so in this particular show where they take old kits and do some stuff, do some throwbacks, this is referencing, the God Gundam, which it was the God Gundam in Japan, but in the English dub, it was the Burning Gundam. So it was the Shining and Burning, and then there was the Rising. No, I did some research here because I was like, well, what mold is this built off? It's not. It's built off mostly the core Gundam, which you see in a bunch of shows in Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try. But it's not directly a reference. According to the creator, it was not a reference at least to the Burning Gundam name. But of course, they own the registered trademark for that, so they can just use it. But it clearly is a reference to G Gundam, if not specifically that Gundam, but the show itself, in that it's a melee focused. It's a melee-focused Gundam. This was a kit released in 2014. It is one of the only Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try kits I have not built, so I am looking forward to picking that, putting this together, I should say. Picking it up. I was looking forward to picking it up, but it was bought off my wish list. And indeed, as I mentioned, there is a piece of gear. Now, I'm not using my overhead light right now. I have an overhead light over here that shines out on my build surface, so you're going to see a few more shadows than you normally would. I'm going to turn that on here. Now it's brighter, but you're going to get this ring. So I didn't turn it on specifically because of the ring. But I do have a different light on right now that is not the ring light, and it is Alakame. Alakame produced the conference light with webcam style mount. This is a new light source for streams. You may see in the reflection of my glasses a rectangle, the rectangular shape right there. I'm actually using it on this stream, on this video, because it means that I can record during the day and I'm brighter. Generally, what ends up happening is because of outside lighting, I'm not in super control of the lighting here. I actually don't usually film stuff during the day unless I absolutely have to. So very excited to have this. It should help a lot with the light here. It also means that I won't be lit by the 3 monitors I have here. I have actually turned down the brightness on one of my monitors before, which I don't like, and I have to occasionally adjust it back. But I was being lit by all of those because I'm close enough to them that hopefully this light is going to help with that quite a bit. And again, you'll have to take my word. I'm using it, but I guess you know what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lean in and turn it off. And I don't know how much of a difference that made. Let me go and look at it right there. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. I feel like that makes a huge difference, and I think it'll be more. I'm still keying it in. I won't really know how it looks until like tomorrow night, right before stream. I will fiddle with it a bit more. But you probably more pronounced here. If I go to this, you can see this. I turned my numbers, the sub numbers I don't have up for recording Bill with Bear mailbag, but I do have it for this. And I think this is way more pronounced. The difference here to that, I think, is dramatic, and I'm excited about that, especially in the evenings. So we'll go back to the overhead. So thank you very much for purchasing this and this kit. Thank you, Lasbrook, for picking these items up. I should say one thing about the new light that I'm excited about is that it is rectangular, and you will see that, but you won't see the ring light, which some people really hate seeing that ring reflected in people's glasses, and this I think will be less obtrusive. Is my hope. That was kind of one of the reasons I went for it. Now, obviously, in a perfect world, I would have big lights behind this. There would be a lot of space behind my monitors, and I have big lights, and they would actually use umbrellas to reflect the light back, and so it wouldn't be direct light. I had that in New York because I had space in New York and also that equipment. I don't have that equipment here. So this thing may eventually become redundant, but right now it is a big help. And I'm very happy. And I can play around with it right now. Like I said, I can, this I don't want. I want the natural kind of, this light I don't think helps me. This light maybe is in between. This is kind of where I'm at. Is this light here? I think it's a yellowish light, but I think it is more natural, and that's what I'm going with. In the comments section, you can let me know how you think it looks. If you recommend I up the brightness even more, make it even more drastic, or maybe try that middle ground light that isn't quite the white, but isn't the yellow. Maybe that'll work out good. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. And thank you very much to Lasbrook for picking these up. I should also say, I've said it on stream, haven't said it on this video because it's new. Also, in the show description, you can find the link to my Amazon wish list and other ways to support me, including my wish list on Throne, which is small. It has a couple model kits and a couple pieces of equipment, a couple pieces of gear. It's a small little list, but I do want to support Throne because they are going out of their way to actively support folks that have wish lists that don't necessarily want their name out there or even their town that they're living in. Any personal information out there. Either because they perform under a character name or an alias, or they're a VTuber or something like that, or whatever. For whatever reason, they would like to protect their privacy as much as possible, and Throne makes that possible. That is one of their core tenets, so you're going to find some adult nature stuff on there. Not on my wish list, but other people's wish lists. And I want to support that because I think it's rad. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks so much for watching this video. Maybe you want to pick up something on a wish list or watch a stream. You can find all information in the show description. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your whatever.